Leancha was a person full of joy. Everyone that she met, she was just happy to see them, and she really came across as a happy, loving person, and anyone that you spoke to always said that Leancha made them feel seen. Leancha was a youth worker. She worked in an organisation called Leancha Smith, and her goal really was to help bring people together. We met through our church. We both were involved in youth ministry at Clonard Monastery, and we started out as friends, and that friendship grew over years. We just had the opportunity to experience life, and from that we got really close and learned that we loved each other. We have one daughter. Meabh is now 8 years old. In 2020 we bought a house just a few months before Leancha was actually diagnosed with cancer. She had started to feel quite unwell and had gone back and forth to her doctor saying that the pain wasn't normal. She had a slow-growing, rare form of ovarian cancer. We had been working out of the city hospital in the cancer centre for a year and a half, and she went for a full hysterectomy, and she had a couple of different treatments. It was her final treatment which was actually helping on paper. She was feeling a lot worse, and so it was at that point that we were introduced to hospice care, and it was first called palliative care, and that scared me a little bit because to me that meant end of life. And the hospice nurses called out to our home, and they sat down and they took their time and they explained everything. Leancha had about 4 months of at-home care with Northern Ireland Hospice, and between the pain medication, or pain management, and the complementary therapies, that was our first introduction to hospice. Leancha wanted, or was so keen on hospice care after speaking with her nurses, was because she didn't want to die at home, and she was conscious that our daughter might have sad memories of her passing at home. And so hospice was actually the perfect location for us to be able to allow her the dignity of care at the end of her life, but to do so in a way that suited our family and our friends and anyone who wanted to visit. And it was really hard for her because she lost her mobility in the last sort of 7 or 8 weeks of her life, and for her, being a young woman, that was what hit her the hardest, was not being able to get up and move around and do things. Leancha was only 31 years old when she died. We're very lucky in that we had 4 wonderful weeks in hospice, and I say that and sound a little bit like a crazy person when I call it wonderful, because I remember walking down the corridor feeling like a happy person, and yet my wife was lying in her final resting place in her bed, knowing that she was going to pass there. It was really strange, but the happiness that the staff brought, the competency that they had, and how they made you feel so welcome. For Leancha, she was in the right place for her to pass. She found a real peace in dying here. She felt that she was cared for, and she just accepted what was about to happen. And seeing her accept her own fate probably helped us to do that as well. I think we're really lucky to have had the opportunity to spend Leancha's last days here in hospice.